What should we name that one?
Shatner's toupee? What do you think, Sid? Let's see another one, Nikki.
Oh, heck, why not?
Shurka Chandomal.
That was the coolest, but it needed more firepower. Yeah, really blast one.
Well, which one should I do?
This one.
But this is a 10th level spell.
We ain't got all day. Yeah, let's go, Toots. Make with the boom boom.
Hey, Kwa Yungo Zore Korek Bomb.
Uh-oh.
What in the world? This is so boss.
I am Yungo. Yum.
That was fun. Horrible, but fun. Okay, Toots. Make with the get rid of the giant monster spell.
I don't know that one.
Check the book. Check the book.
To get rid of Yungo, seek a boon from the wishing engine.
A boon? What the heck's a boon? A wish, you idiot.
And look, here's a map. Let's go.
Okay, hello everyone, welcome to another Randomised Gaming stream, and of course as always I'm your host for this Randomised Gaming stream, Random Gamer Riven. Okay, just before I begin, I'm just going to do something I shouldn't do on stream, but I'm going to, and that is I'm going to see if I can set this up to 720p. Is this going to work? Does this game support it? It does, okay. I'm just going to buttons. Okay, that looks good. I've just popped it to widescreen, so we should get a slightly cleaner picture, or 3x mode on the open source scan converter. So if I'm just going to be good, so that's okay, right, that's good, all working. So we've got the option menu. Thanks for joining the stream, everyone, tonight. I see I've already got quite a few people on it. I'll just turn up the sound a little bit. Let me know if the volume's too loud or too quiet. This game actually is quite loud music. I know a couple of games I've not quite got the balance right on the stream, so if there's a slight issue with the balancing, please do let me know in the comments. Just so you know, you have to be a subscriber for at least a minute in order to comment. I've slightly added that feature in because it just prevents some of the spam messages we get. Just set my TV to screen. So I think you swap between the two characters. So Pandemonium is quite a iconic game, I guess. It was very popular on the PS1 and it subsequently got a Sega Saturn port. This Saturn's version isn't quite as good as the PS1 version. I think there were a few chops and changes and compromises. But it's still a pretty solid platformer. And this is the rather cool world map. There's some nice things. Now the transparencies aren't as good as the PS1. It does use net effects. Although I think there are instances where it uses transparencies and then net effects. So here, yeah, you actually get a transparency on the planes, but a net effect on those things. Basically, there are quite a few games that have a mix of sort of transparency. It's weird, there's quite a few games that have a mix of having working transparencies and non-working transparencies. Here we go. Yes, the aim is to get rid of Fungo, who you've inadvertently summoned and who's going to destroy the world if you don't get rid of him. Just turn the volume down a touch. Okay. But it is a great soundtrack, I will admit. It's been a while since I played this actually. I know we covered it. Nikki and Fargo have slightly different abilities. No, Fargus. Is Fargus. So Fargus is the jester and Nikki is the acrobat. They have slightly different abilities. I seem to remember towards the end of the playthrough I ended up mainly playing as Nikki because she was the stronger character in terms of jumping. I think she's got triple jump, hasn't she? Yeah, he's got... Fargus has got the cartwheel, so jump into that and smash that for a bonus. Now here's the interesting thing, that is actually transparency, that bit. Although it's literally just a little hue on the characters, but it is actually a 2D, 3D transparency. This game does have a wonderful mix of 2D and 3D graphics, so... I've never actually played the PlayStation version of this. I've got the sequel, the PlayStation version, but not the original game, so I've never played the original... and collect all the power-ups. This one thing I will say about Pandemonium, it does get very tricky towards the end, although the game is a little anticlimactic because you don't actually fight Yungo, you basically get a weird boss fight at the end for the wishing boon and just get rid of him. It always felt a little bit like the last stage of the game was perhaps missing. And I currently have the shield which enables me to shoot. Now I did see someone the other while comment on the channel he felt the Saturn's version looked like it was running with slowdown. I'm guessing it does feel like it's got a bit of slowdown. I haven't played the PS1 version, but it looks like it has some slowdown over the PS1 version. I mean, strangely this section as well, yeah, the speed up on this section is vastly faster. I'm guessing that waterfall effect is if I recall, in order to get that you have to come back and around some of the bones. Lots of bonus routes. I do actually remember this first stage pretty well, so I should be able to get off this first stage without too much trouble. But this one's definitely in the sort of proper sort of Rayman school of platforming, where the difficulty does get quite a bit harder as you get towards the end of the step. Lots of bonuses. And I've managed to keep my shield so far, but it's a great background as well in this. We go to the rather cool giant's mouth, and near the end of this first stage. The levels are actually pretty big. You got me. Okay, 1 life lost, not too bad. You still get points back. I think there's a life back the other side. You get like 3 lives per stage, and there are multiple checkpoints in the stage. I think if I'm right, this is actually the bonus area. I think, if I remember correctly, there's also a life this way. If I don't run into that and get myself bumped off. Just knocking the mic there. Apologies if you heard that. Oh, I lost the shoot power up. Don't get them back. Oh no, there it is. I'm sure that wasn't there before. Now it's not always a wise idea to shoot at the enemies as soon as you see them, as often they can be used as things to jump on to increase your height. Like here. Do that, we've got a bonus section. I mean, this is probably a really early example of what you'd call a 2.5D platformer, or a sort of because it's not true. Oh, that's me making bad jumps. It's not a true 3D platformer in such that it's very much like a 2D one. Although it does have some 3D walkway areas, but the stages were all very cleverly designed as well. This is a very good, sometimes often overlooked platformer that I think probably needs a bit more discussing from the era. I think the developers' toys from Bob really did a very, very good game. And they, oddly enough, they later went on to do the Skylander games. You remember those ones? They were quite. The Skylanders weren't bad games. It's just they were overfilled with marketable toys. There's the end of the stage. $85% of the treasure. I don't think there's anything C for speed greed. Oh yes, there's a bonus stage. Whoa. Oh, just missed extra life there. How many attempts do I get at this? Is that? Oh, there's a duck there. Oh. Bonus level over, treasure 6%. So yes, you do get a level, and of course you get some passwords as well. This is one of those games that still had passwords. Okay, let's swap to Nikki for the next stage. Hello to everyone on stream. Please do feel like stopping by and chatting. All you have to be a subscriber for a minute. The only reason why I've set it to that limit is just to stop spam messages that sometimes you'd get previously, so apologies. And if you don't like the channel, you can always unsubscribe. But if you just want to chat for a minute or just ask any questions about the game, feel free to fire away. Yes, so Fargus has the roll attack, Nikki has the double jump. The double jump is very helpful for this stage. Hi, Roma, who's that? Ramulo D, thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, this is one of those games I think is long overdue a reboot. It's a shame they haven't Activision. I think Activision has the rights these days, or might. I know EA published it. Although if it's still owned by Crystal Dynamics, Square Enix, but yeah, it is a very good game that I'm surprised I think would actually do a follow-up or even just a remake. I think would probably be very, very popular. So it's one of those games that, yeah, I think a lot of people have fond childhood memories of, and it's still actually a very good 3D platform. It was done. It didn't go all out with 3D. Some games went all out during this era in terms of being like full 3D world environments, and I think Tomb Raider was probably like one of the first that got it right, but Tomb Raider was not a fast game. This is much faster and much smoother than Tomb Raider was. Yeah, I shouldn't stop to get the power-ups if I miss them. The soundtrack is absolutely great as well. It's really good fun. I think, yeah, I definitely think it's a game, as you say, due for a reboot or a remake, or just a reissue. I'm not even sure you can. Yeah, I think I would as well. I played the second one a little bit, but from what I played of the second one, I don't think it was as good as the first one, I have to admit. Yeah, the soundtrack doesn't need changing the slightest, because it's CD music, so this type of stuff is just timeless. It was that era of CD music when we first sort of had CD and they were just going all out to make music as good as they could. Now, was that enough treasure to get to the treasure zone? Possibly not, but yeah, I completely agree with you, Romolo D. Yeah, soundtrack. It's definitely a game that the soundtrack's absolutely superb on. I think I don't really have much in the way of criticisms for this either. I think probably the final battle's a little bit anticlimactic, and a couple of the stages are too pinned towards using certain characters. The difficulty spikes exponentially. I think certainly with Fargo, I remember the jumping sections are much easier towards the end with Nikki. In fact, I think I finished the game on Nikki. I struggled a bit with Fargo. And it would have been nice if there had been a proper final battle with Yungo. The final boss, the Wishing Well, is a bit of a weird... It's a bit of an odd fight with like an eyeball creature, which never felt quite right as the ending of the game. It almost felt like they had intended to do more stages and then just had to cut it short. But yeah, so one of the things that a lot of 3D games did get wrong is the camera angles. Because this uses like a 2.5D camera, the camera is always pretty much perfect in this. But it does a great job of giving you the height and perspective. It's a secret. Hello Freedom Magnum, thanks for joining the stream. Oh. Yeah, the second one definitely is a slightly different tone. It does feel a bit odd. I need to play the second one more, but I just remember the start being like one of the early stages being quite dull in comparison to this one. The characters were given quite vastly different looks as well. It felt a bit of an odd sequel, I have to admit. But thanks for all joining stream. We actually have transparencies there as well on the Saturn. There are a few This is one of those games that has transparencies and net effects. So some games on Saturn had a mixture. But largely the reason the Saturn didn't have full transparency. I must admit, this is still actually a relatively cheap game to buy, so yeah, we picked up the second copy a little while back. I just haven't actually played it that much, but that's definitely one I should probably stream at some point. Oh, I took damage there, that wasn't very good. That wasn't very good. Don't want to die so early. That's me going for a gold rush. Yeah, I do need to play the sequel more. I haven't played the sequel that much, so... And I haven't played the PS1 version of the original, so I need to actually source the PS1 version, because although this is a good port on Saturn, it's not as good as the PS1 version from what everyone's always said. And although I'm a Saturn fan, I'm prepared to admit there... Oh really, it's totally different, the lighting. Yeah, I've never played the PS1 version or the PC version. I know the PC version is now available on Steam, but from what I heard, that version is a bit hit and miss to get running, so I definitely think we need to source a copy of the PS1 version for the channel. I do need to spend a lot more time with the PS1 version, because I think this is one of those. This was quite a big game on the PS1, so. I think this might have also been Crystal Dynamics' last game on the Saturn as well. PC port's your least favourite, okay. How does it compare to the PS1 version? Because I imagine it's... in theory, I'd imagine it's a toss-up between the PS1 and the PC version for the best port of the game. I might be wrong, the Saturn's one may be the best, but I just feel there does seem to be added slowdown and a few features. Oh, you actually play on the sound? Yeah, I must. I'm definitely going to grab PS1 copy. I think this doing the stream tonight makes me think, yeah, I probably should grab it. We previously did a video where we compared this version to Magical Hoppers, which is interesting to see the changes they made. Although largely it was just a change to the cutscenes and the characters, so you had the slightly wacky look for the two heroes. Nikki being turned into a slightly odd bunny girl, and the Fargus guy. They done. I'm being a bit greedy at the minute. I'm grabbing everything in sight, and I shouldn't really. That's always the first way to get bumped off in a platformer, grab everything going. I mean, each stage in this is almost like a lot of the stages do have like labyrinth designs with the fact you have like top and bottom routes, as you can see here. So you can literally decide which routes you prefer and which ones you don't, and I shouldn't have taken that jump. Oh, you say it's only the frame rate? Okay, thanks for that, Ramula D. That's handy to know. Hopefully I'm getting that right pronunciation. Romulo D, is that correct? But thanks for joining the stream, guys. It's always very welcome to have people on board each randomised gaming stream. I should say I'm your randomised gaming host, Random Gamer Riven. Shouldn't have got hit by that. I wasn't paying attention. Romulo. Okay, Romulo. Apologies, thanks to Romulo. Oh, got taken up by the spikes there. Right, let's see if we can do it this one. Definitely Fargus has a disadvantage compared to Nikki with... Oh, you're from Italy? Yes. I actually worked when I used to work in Disney. I used to work with a couple of Italian translators. I used to work for a few games companies, so I'm back in London some years ago now. Ooh. Gotta be careful. I don't want to be redoing the stage now. Hi 8BS and K-Boy, thanks for dropping by. No worries if you can only stay for a little bit. Yeah, probably be streaming this for a while yet, so hopefully you might be able to join back on later. But thanks to know you guys are all enjoying the stream. As always, please do hit that like button. It's very much appreciated as well if you enjoy our content. Oh, I shouldn't have taken that hit. It does. Basically, the like button does help recommend. Oh, you're from Brazil, are you? Ah. My mistake. I was making assumptions. Yeah, no, I've got some slight interesting history myself on various family members' sides as well. So, but yeah, apologies. I shouldn't have made that. I shouldn't have assumed you were Italian. See, the blades retract on this one. Oh, I've just run into them again. I think I'll take the top jump next time. Yeah, this game definitely takes no prisoners. Appreciate the likes, guys. Definitely a lot of love for Pandemonium. I probably should cover it more on the channel. Oh. Okay, that's a sloppy hit. I should do a straight gameplay video as well, or maybe a proper long play on this one. I have recently purchased an upgraded hard drive, so we will be getting some more long play videos on the channel. Yeah, I'm English, but I do actually apparently have some French or sort of some of the Jersey or Guernsey Island heritage and some Irish heritage apparently in the family. Well, that's purely based on what we think on one of my grandmother's names. Okay, about fourth time lucky doing that bit. Oh, stay hid. It is very that's one of the things with the tougher game. Yeah, I think the second game was quite a bit later, so I think it was after the Saturn had met its maker, so to speak, or at least they'd pretty much ceased all development. Sega were too quick to kill the Saturn. That was one of their biggest mistakes for the Dreamcast. I forget, some of these levels are actually quite big and you have multiple sections in them, and I was hoping I might be at the end of this one. That's mid-section, no. But I do love the change of pace in the music in all of them. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh. C to accept. Oops, a daisy. Right, I'll have to replay that level. I'll swap to Nikki. Yeah, I think most people usually these days have heritage from all over the world. Yeah, I was near the end of the level and I slightly messed it up. Did I swap to Nikki or did I pick Fargo again? Right, I'm just gonna, seeing as I died this time, I'm just gonna race through this section. I seem to recall you do get heart upgrades as well during the course of the game. I was getting a little bit greedy for some of the life power-ups, so I just... Oh, well, that warp actually skips out a lot more of the stage than I thought. Doesn't like you touching those. Right, that's true. No. I need to get my skates on, and I need to stop dying as much. Grab the shoot power up. Yeah, I definitely remember you getting upgrades. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's 5. I can't quite remember where they are exactly. I have a feeling they're sort of hidden randomly on stages as well, which makes them a little bit different. Oh, look at that heart. Yeah, I probably should actually check on a guide to see where they all are, because, like you say, I think they are very well hidden on some of the stages, the heart upgrades. Okay, back to where we were. That was a quicker way of doing it. I do like the change of music as well. It's really quite nice. Okay, so what did that key do? Probably open this door. Yep. There are, yeah, like you say, there is some really great lighting effects. I have a feeling there might have been a bonus on this end, because there's quite a bit of a section at the end of that, and I think I missed out. Yeah, level 3 treasures. Completely missed out on most of them. Switch back to Nikki. For no bonus stage. I see. Oh, it doesn't have the... I didn't realise that about the PC. So you get 2 new tracks, but it's actually missing some of the existing tracks. But appreciate all the likes, guys. Always great to see you enjoying our games. Very much appreciated. I will be streaming lots of Saturn games this week, so I'm going to be doing a week of Saturn streaming. I do also have a Cotton reboot review due in the next day or two. I'm just getting it put together at the minute. Can I jump on the bubbles or do they hurt me? Let's find out. Nope, they do hurt me. Oh well. If she can jump those, Fargus would have to attack them. You did actually do a playthrough where I actually did 100%. I'm not actually sure if I 100% did every stage on this. Oh, that was a tricky jump. I'm also sure, like, that bit there, I'm pretty sure only Nikki could make that, but I might be wrong. This is a game that does make, like you say, great use of lighting. The lighting is actually really, really good. Ooh, can I actually go up? Oh, no, didn't like that. There is actually... Lots and lots of secrets though, so it's definitely... I mean, you literally can probably spend a good hour on each stage finding all the hidden power-ups. Okay, wait. I think we'll go under those chaps. Is there a heart around here? That is very slippery. I think we've got that there. I'm going to go... Oh, should have jumped onto that. I seem to recall there only being 3 bosses in this game, which was another slightly odd thing. I always felt there should have been a couple more. Some very psychedelic lighting here at this point. They certainly got gave you the feel of a slightly crazy world in Pandemonium. You can actually take those out. The disadvantage of Nikki is she doesn't have an attack, so whereas you can always take out enemies as Fargus, you can't do as Nikki. So I'm gonna get them all. Avoid the extras at this point, just head for the exit. Okay, well, avoid the, stay under there. The angling like this, I said the camera angle is just so well done in this. You don't ever feel like the camera angle is hindering you, it's always just used so perfectly. Yeah, a lot of secrets in a lot of the stages as well. Fungus Grotto. Okay, so to switch player, should I switch back to... Keeps how much damage you have as well, which is slightly irritating. So remember how much damage you have and how many lives you have, which does mean you can get into, you can end up being on no lives left with only 1 hit. It's the first time I've got the green one. Fortunately, we have a password. We can just continue where we left off now. Just don't remember how many hits you have. Oh, it does reset your lives. I'm actually Google where the bonus hearts were later on. See how, as I think I may have already missed one. So how do we get up the top there as well? Because I did this to see, because there are lots and lots of routes for this for every stage. So unfortunately, the game doesn't pressurise you with a timer either, so you're not plagued to have to finish the game in a set timing. There are actually transparency effects on those. Yeah, so there's quite a good mix of. Yeah, those bubbles are actually transparent within the shield. Ah, see, this is the thing, there are lots of different routes on. You sort of have, so this way you would, let's try that again, but basically a lot of stages, if you want to get everything, danger, see, danger fungus bombs. I should have read that warning sign before. I mean, visually, as I said, it has aged very well. It's still a very good playing game. It's still a very good looking game. Oh. Nikki's double jump has to be just slightly irritating because it has to be done at set points. So it's like the double jump in Revenge of Shinobi, where you have to press exactly. One last shot, see if we can get the last, if there's extra life, I think. So, pinnacle. Oh, come on. Yes, I go in there just as I get turned into a frog. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. Yeah, it's not a young game anymore. In fact, you're making me look how old I was. So this came out in '97. I can't remember when I first played this, because this wasn't a game I actually got when I originally had my Saturn. It was like after I had a hiatus and then came back to grabbing Saturn games. So I think I got this in sort of 2000s, the early 2000s. But yes, I would have been 97. '15, so ooh, key opens up a secret wall, and there we go. I mean, lots of secrets in this as well. So you can't. I don't think you can actually get 100% on some of the stages actually. Because if you use the secret routes, you go... It's just a case of getting as much as you can doing the various routes. Yeah, I'm not that old just yet. But yes, I know the children of the 80s are beginning to get much older. So. I'll use that. I know when there are a couple of games that I talk about and I suddenly realise, hey, that's over 30 years old now, you do feel a bit, especially when I've met some people now and I'm like, I've got NES games older than you are. My Amiga games are ancient, or Spectrum stuff's ancient in comparison. Oh, right at the end of that jump section. Okay, I do remember this section. Oh, that was close. That was close. Level 5 gets 72% treasure. Is that enough to get to the bonus stage? I'm not sure what the actual bonus stage cutoff is. Nope, not good enough. Is it 80% or above to remove load? Do you know, is it 80% or above to get to the bonus stage? We're on to acid pools. Right, I'll be back in a quick sec. I'm just going to grab a quick break rather than be back in a minute or two. You can enjoy the music for a quick moment. Okay, I'm back everyone, just stopping off for a tea break. As I say, I'm particularly making myself a cup of tea. Right, so I did that level as Nikki, so let's give this one a go. Fargus first. I'm actually going to double check which stages had the bonus hearts, just to remember where they were. Definitely Fargus has a bit of a disadvantage to Nikki in some of the jumping areas. Oh, that's not ideal. But as I said, as a platform, it has aged very well. It still looks the part. Oh, I got hit by that again. Oh, he's got to jump on him to get that key as well. That key would obviously be to a secret area. Another key there. Right, won't be reaching that one. Not from this. Is that under the bridge or is that? I think that's on top of the bridge. Nope, that's not getting any higher. Let's see, we've got to go for that one. Yeah, I think that there's definitely a lot of areas Fargus can't access, isn't there? I seem to remember later on in the game, Nikki was the better character by far, even though she couldn't hit enemies without a magic shield. I think she was the better of the two characters. But yeah, I've forgotten how good the lighting was in this game. It really is, just things like that with the way it lights up. I have a suspicion the waterfall effect on the first stage is what causes the frame rate issues for the initial first stage on Saturn. Because stages like this are really fast. It's only like... She's... Oh, I keep getting hit by that. I shouldn't be hit by that. Aha! The strength, yeah. No worries, I knew exactly what you meant there, Remulu. I know I sometimes make typos myself. Especially when I type quickly. I always think I typed in whatever I thought I was saying, and then when I check there's actually a pink bonus there that I probably should try and get. Right, got them both. Okay, so that's that one. So that one. Now, are those keys just for a handful of upgrades? There's definitely some really quite tricky. So I can see there's some quite. All the treasures around here as well. If you want to go for 100% on each stage, you're actually going to be spending quite a while. Oh, just out. Basically trying to be greedy at the minute, but just see how many sort of things you got to hit on to get everything. Oh, there we go. Oh, there is a heart up there. And that's what happens when I try and get greedy. Oh well. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, definitely this is... I do feel so... just occasionally you are kind of at the mercy of the jumping, so... But I shouldn't have gone in for the extra coins. I was trying to get everything and I all fell flat on my face. It'd be quite interesting to do a perfect run on this, but I think I'd have to do that via multiple save states, and I don't think you... from what I'm seeing, like we said, you can't get 100% on every stage, just getting as much as possible, because there are certain routes that if you go one way, because some of the stages have multiple routes, so if you go one way you can't go another. But there's a really... this is one of those games that really encourages to explore the stages, although on the disadvantage there's not... there wasn't alternative endings or anything for like finding all the secrets and stuff, which would have been nice. It always felt like they kind of should have had some stuff for finding everything in the game, but didn't. But yeah, as you say, Romulo, it is a game well deserving of a reissue. Hello, Breadmaster, good to see you on stream. This game was the perfect rental. Oh, there's the silver upgrade. I would argue calling it a rental is a bit harsh, but yeah, it is a game you can definitely finish in a couple of days. It's not the hardest game. I have finished this on Saturn a few times now. I finished the Japanese and I finished the English version. It's interesting to compare the changes, but largely it's just cutscene changes and... oh, that's not one of... I didn't want to go through that. I thought it was like this green thing earlier you could slide through, but obviously you couldn't. So what if I take the lower road? What does that get me? Is there a lower road at this point? But yeah, the amount of time it will take to actually get all the coins is... Oh, just go back and get the heart for taking a hit there. Ah, there's an invulnerable there. That's what that light is for. Ow! It definitely increases the difficulty a bit. Just try acid pools again. Although I might have a look in a minute and see if I've missed a heart. I think there may have been one I should have grabbed by now. Because those extra hit points do come in very handy. had a feeling this might be quite a popular stream. We've had quite a few of you guys on tonight, which is always good to see. Definitely a game I think is probably getting nostalgia fired up for a lot of you. Hi Ava, glad to see you join the stream. No worries if you... Sleep comes first and then watching a stream, I must admit, but great to see you back on. It's always nice to have people on, for even just for a few minutes. Yeah, I was falling a bit asleep yesterday as I recently got my second vaccination. Ow. No idea what that key actually does, but I assume it's something positive unless it... it might unlock the infinity... Oh, I shouldn't have pulled back from that jump, that would have hit it. Yes, there we go. Yeah, if you get this right, you can pretty much do a super intense... Yep, and I missed most of the secrets, so... Is this one of the boss stages? 31%. Press C to continue. And hello everyone, I appreciate the likes, and thanks to, hello to all the current viewers, very much appreciated here at Randomised Gaming. As always, I'm your host for this stream, Random Gamer Riven, and we're on to the first boss. Now, before I jump into the first boss, I'm going to check if I've missed any of the heart pieces, which I think I have. I'm going to see if... usually I'd used to go to GameFAQs. I'd like to see if there's a YouTube video quickly. That's the thing with the modern day... Pandemonium heart locations. Near the end of Dungeon 3, yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean about the lighting being totally different on the PS1 version. Okay, so there are a couple of heart pieces, and the first one is on this stage. It's actually on the tower dungeon. I've totally missed it, so I'm going to go back and grab it. And the other one was the one actually on the slide. I couldn't take any damage Or maybe I'll give the boss a shot and then I'll go back and get them, because it's always handy to show these. Let's give the boss a shot. I don't think the boss is too hard, actually. I'll go back and get the hearts after this boss. Yeah, one of them on the slide, you can't break any of the stone arches. Oh, this guy, yeah, I remember him. And like all the classic bosses, he goes down in 3 hits. Boss defeated. Duh, duh, duh. Right, so basically I'm doing this on hard mode at the minute because I don't have any heart pieces. So let's go back and get some. So as said, there are, as I mentioned earlier and Mulu mentioned, there are heart containers, and the first one is on Dungeon Tower level 3, which I missed, so I'm going to go back and grab it. I might see if I can get to the bonus stage as well. It's quite... The bonus stages are actually pretty... Oh, it's this one. Okay, okay. I'm just going to speed through this stage then, because we all... Says as he takes a needless hit. But yeah, I had a feeling one was on this stage. My memory was vaguely telling me. Nice little 2x power up. And I shouldn't be greedy. But I'm going to be a teeny bit greedy. I'm glad to see so many of you guys are enjoying it. Appreciate the likes as well. We've had a lot of likes on tonight's stream already. 7 likes. Thank you a lot, guys. And do keep those likes coming if you enjoy the stream. And again, you can chat with me in the chat if you want. The only thing is I've made it so that you have to subscribe to the channel for a minute. Apologies for trying to do that. It's just to stop spam stuff, so... So you can always unsubscribe if you don't like us, but at the end of the video. But it's just nice to, it just stops some of the spam messages we were getting on a couple of videos. There is a lot of music tracks in this. Oh, I've just got hit by that again. I'm not paying attention. That's the downside of speaking and streaming. Right, so I mustn't take a hit. I've got to get here without... Is it 300? One, I can't remember. Is it 300 for an extra life? Is it 300 coin things for an extra life? Yes, it is 300 for an extra life. That's actually quite high for an extra life, 300. They should have probably kept it 100, I feel. Additionally, once you beat a stage, you inherently get vastly better at it because you know what you're doing. It's probably the unknown that makes the stages the hardest. Okay. And actually looking at this... Whoa, that suddenly said we had 15 people on stream for half a second there, so probably bots doing their checking thing. Gotta be a bit careful from here, I don't want to take a hit. So where is... Just watch... missed this bit before. I was going to just show you all the secrets. This was the secrets I previously missed on this stage. So, and there we go with the heart container. Oh, I got 84%, so that got me to Speed Greed. So Canopy Village is the one. Wonderful use video. Okay, I think the messages are... Thank you guys, so let's try this stage again. There we go with the... Okay, that wasn't so good. So you get 3 attempts at this. And I need to remember when to jump and when to duck. Oh... life 1. And again, I didn't duck quick enough, so... But yeah, bonus level over 4. I think the bonus level might just be the same every time, but... Now the other one I was missing heart is actually on this stage. At the race section at the end, I mustn't smash any archers. Okay, that's not too hard if I duck them all. I vaguely remember that one appearing now. Let's go the top route. Again, you can feel the frame rate dip and rise during this one. So, as I would like to, I should actually try out and get a PlayStation version just to see how the frame rate differs. It definitely feels like the frame rate would be stronger on the... I think I may have done the wrong stage. I think I should have done 6, not 5. The one with the slide at the end was actually 6, wasn't it? Oh well, I can go the alternative route on this stage before we... I'll give it one shot to get the extra heart, and then if I don't get it, I'll move on to stay. You still get slow... Ah, so you still actually get slow down the PS1, I see. So it's not that much improved. Yeah, because I did see some people claim that... You do get the PS1 fans often like to claim that the Saturn's version aren't anywhere near as good as the PS1 version, which often isn't the case. A lot of people have inherited that PS1 myth that the Saturn was vastly inferior to the PS1 myth, mainly because that was a lot of what was in the magazines at the time, partly because I think that's what Sony had paid for, but that was not... Oh, it was this stage. Great. Okay. And I don't want to do that. Ow! Codswallop. Right, I've got to get the extra life I have and the power I have to get through this without losing. Okay, you can be a bit cheeky on this slide. You can actually manipulate the camera angles. There we go. And there we go, there they are. Oh really? Unless you're using emulators. The music track, this okay. The music that's a quite nice music track as well. I mean, the music in this is absolutely fantastic. So there we go. That's 2 extra hearts. So I've doubled my health now, and that's going to make things an awful lot easier. So level 7 Burning Desert. Can't remember how many stages this game has in total. 18 massive levels, so level 7. Do you know, I think I could probably... If I get this down, I reckon I could optimise this for about 2-hour run. Out of interest, straw poll. Yeah, it is a bit how you didn't get that many... It is a bit weird, 8-bit SNK boy, about how few platformers were released. For the Sega Saturn. Sega didn't really do many themselves. You had Bug 1 and Bug 2, which were really good. There are 2 Japanese-only ones. You have the Inex game that I can't remember the name of, and there's also the Ninja one. Both Steam Gear Mash kind of has some platform elements. You've Try Rush Dippy, which is a 2D platformer, but yeah, 3D platformer-wise, Crop, there wasn't a huge number. You didn't get that many. You didn't get huge amounts of 3D platformers, so... Looking at that boulder, I'm wondering. Yeah, looking at watching videos of the PS1 version, the lighting effect is very different. And yeah, Breadmaster, you're right. This does have some great VDPU effects. There are a few mesh effects, but there are a lot of working transparencies as well. So it's a bit of a eclectic mix, I think, this one. But just a quick... Oh really, this is actually quite... this is actually quite darker, is it? I didn't realise, because I'd thought this would be quite a light stage, so obviously it's much, much brighter, obviously making it look like a desert heat. Oh, didn't take a hit there. Oh, we've got a whirlwind. Okay, that's me being greedy again. Trying to grab it, not paying attention. But yeah, it gets, certainly having the extra hearts definitely helps. I think basically some of these enemies you can't damage with jumping. I don't know if I can hurt them with the fireballs. Can I take them out with the fireballs? See, immune to damage. Looks like it's immune to damage. Yeah, I need to grab the PS1 version to see all the changes. It seems like the Saturn and PS1 version work quite well to complement each other by the sound of it. No version is quite perfect. Then I suppose one of the big changes would be the fact that the Saturn rendered in squares and the PS1 rendered in quads. No, let me please say that. The Saturn rendered in squares and the PS1 rendered in triangles. And ironically, triangles I think how modern polygons are now. Oh wow, that's some of these visual effects when you see them just really... In fact, this is the thing, when you look at some of these indie games now, you do think, well hang on, some of these games like from the 90s were done by teams not much bigger than these indie teams, and yet they're just so much more ambitious and well put together. Appreciate the likes as always, guys. If you're enjoying the stream, please do consider hitting that like button. Thanks to everyone who has already hit the like button. Very much appreciated. Yeah, weirdly, this was done by Crystal Dynamics. I think there was mentions this was the last game developed while Crystal Dynamics was still a publisher. So, strangely, and I think it was probably quite a bad decision actually, because they didn't actually publish this, and this was quite a successful game. So, Crystal Dynamics, although known for developing the newer Tomb Raider games, which I'm not that big a fan of, originally were a developer and a publisher. But this was the last game. I think they pulled out of publishing this one, which probably was a big mistake, because I think this would have been this was a big hit, and had they published this, they would have got all the revenue. And I think this might have actually turned them into a big player as a publisher. I think these days, I initially thought this might be an Activision, but I think EA did apparently publish it in some regions. I think the rights to this might be published by Crystal's. Published. Yeah, it was developed by Toys for Bob, wasn't it? But they didn't. Crystal Dynamics were finishing publishing at this point, so they didn't publish it. The Saturn's version is actually published by Sega in Europe. They didn't publish it themselves. I'll swap to Fargus again. Whilst I'm in Fargus. Straight away I'm trying to do a double jump with Fargus even though he can't do one. Do you know what the fact that, I mean, there's 3D birds in the background as well, which is... Yeah, it was Crystal Dynamics. Yeah, but I think this was the last one Crystal Dynamics published. Yeah, it didn't fully publish it. It said Sega published it in Europe on Saturn. Toys for Bob ended up being owned by Activision, so yeah, they did. But yeah, that's why I think Activision, because Toys for Bob are Activision. I don't know if Crystal Dynamics would have let Toys for Bob keep the rights. So if Toys for Bob's had the rights, Activision will own it. So that next 500 meters. If the rights went to Crystal Dynamics, Square Enix will now own the rights to this game. And if the rights were split between this, then this game will be dually owned by Square Enix and Activision, who are misses. Just I got turned into a dinosaur, I got taken out, okay. Yeah, I mean, Horde wasn't too bad. They had a few duffers, Crystal Dynamics, when they were a publisher. Oh, Fargus can, yeah, so... Okay, now we can get our own back on them. Straw poll, how many people would like to see a full long play of this game out of interest? Yeah, Gex wasn't too bad. The first one was actually pretty good on Saturn. I'm not sure about the latest sequels, but the first one was... I haven't actually done a stream of that. Definitely one in theory I could dig out. Just trying to see if I can get that, but obviously... Up there, no. There we go, and there's the other ones. I need to jump up. Lots of secrets in this. I'm going to try and get a few more. And I didn't want to ram him because I needed him to boost me up. Yeah, Gex I think gets a hard rap because I think a couple of the later games weren't very good, but the first one was actually a very solid platformer. I mean, probably the worst of platformers is a game like Johnny Bazooka, which is a pretty hit and miss title on Sega Saturn. I think the only memorable thing about Johnny Bazooka is it came with a music CD. Oops-a-daisy. Well, I got the extra life just before I lost one. Not too far back either. This can be the end section. Oh, we've got a look. Oh yeah, I missed this route before. Solar Eclipse is that shooter one. Yeah, I've not... We do have it, I've just not played it that much. There's a couple of them like Titan Wars and Starfighter that I've never really played that much, that are sort of a bit hit and miss. But I know Solar Eclipse does have Shockwave Assault as well. I think Shockwave Assault's claim to fame is actually has an Oscar-winning actress in it. Yeah, no worries. I knew what game you meant, 8-bit SNK boy. I know we'll get some pedantic people. I mean, I make typos as well. I was just saying to Rumalu as well earlier. The extra lives don't come back on the stage. So you can't... Oh, really? I was that close to the exit when I got killed before. Oh, well. So that's over halfway through the game then. I definitely could optimise this to get a good run on each of the stages. Oop, I didn't want to be Fargus again. Oh well, I'll play as him. But would people be interested in a long play of Pandemonium, can I ask, or a full playthrough video out of interest? I do actually have a couple of Saturn project videos planned at the minute. I'm just currently finishing off the Cotton Reboot review, and then I'll be well, I'm not sure what I'm going to stream tomorrow, but it will be another Saturn game. Yeah, there are a couple of games like that. Gen Wars as well as another Sega game that was a bit dull and unambitious. And I should have jumped on him again. Yeah, it's a really well put together Roomaloo. I think for me it would be a toss-up between the Saturn and the SNES for my favourite systems. But yeah, this stage it has a great mix of music and the transitions are so quick as well, which is quite surprising. Oh shit. And this game, I actually noticed, it's actually really small. The disc burn is tiny. Can't be more than about 150 meg. In fact, I don't even think it's 100 meg, I think it's smaller than that. Yeah, I definitely prefer Nikki to Fargus, I have to admit. Although Nikki can attacks with the magic spells, so as long as you don't take a hit, she's technically the better character than Fargus, but they do have their strengths and weaknesses. As Roomaloo mentioned as well. Yeah, so that above route is the Nikki route. I cannot go that way with Fargus. I'm just trying to work out, did they do the metal effect before Mario 64 or after? Gotta really go try and get the bonus stage on this stage. No, can't make it as Fargus. Oh really, so you have to use Fargus in certain... Are you forced to use Fargus in certain bosses then, or... Is it like you get to pick your character, but... I really do need to spend some time with Pandemonium too. Okay, this stage I can definitely feel the frame rates. The first half of this stage is pretty smooth. Without them, sounds like they didn't plan the second game quite as well. Oh, you can control the direction he flies, I see, so that gives you a unique attacking ability. Yeah, because Sid is largely... he's basically a tiny thing on his sprite and appears in like the opening and ending cut screen, and that's about it in this first game. Sid doesn't... Oh, there's a nice little 2D woodpecker on that. That's a nice little... Is that a reference to Woody Woodpecker by any chance, do we reckon? Because he looks like he has a bow tie on. Well, I think we also you do very fluid jump controls in this. Oh yeah, I can attack. Oh. Yeah, because Sid is basically back here. considering this is more a cosmetic thing, really, than anything. Oh. One last shot trying to grab all the power-ups. Look at the monkeys climbing the trees as well. There's a nice background graphics, I will admit, in this. Lots of... if you pay attention, you have lots of like creatures doing things in the background, and there's never quite a dull moment in this game. Yeah, I mean, I think my gripes would be the length and slightly the balancing in one or two places, but other than that, I think this is a very, very solid title. I would recommend as just a really great Sega Saturn platform, and PS1 and PC. Ow! Okay, I'll just speed rush that level next time. That was a bad leap of faith. What's the time now? It is near coming up to midnight. Okay, so I'll try and finish off the stage. But I will be finishing relatively shortly now. Yeah, she has the disadvantage where she can't. Unless you have the magic spell, she can't attack enemies like that. I think Fargo may hit stronger as well. Trying to see if I can get up higher. But I appreciate everyone watching this video. Thank you again for all the likes on this video. As always, I've been your host for this Randomised Gaming stream, the editor of Randomised Gaming, Random Gamer Riven. And if you enjoy our content, please do consider subscribing to the channel. And you can chat away in the comments. Please note I have enabled it that you need to subscribe to the channel for at least a minute before you can comment. That way it just prevents any spam and stuff in the comments. But if at the end of the stream you don't want to still be chatting to us, you can certainly unsubscribe if you wish. And please do consider hitting that like button, is very much appreciated. And I thank all our members and followers and subscribers who have already hit the like button. Tonight's stream seems to be very popular tonight. Yeah, I suppose there are quite a few people on fishing this out. Yeah, I thought she'd be the one. Yeah, oh yes, she can. So this is a Nikki only area. Fargus. That's nice to hear. Yeah, I always remember when I actually worked in the industry, they said generally games that fared better with female players tended to have female characters, so that's probably why you had a male and female lead in this one. Because a lot of female gamers didn't find it that inclusive when you had male-only characters. And it is such a, I mean, you've got some such bright, bold and lovely characters in this, so it's easy to see why young gamers enjoy it. I have to admit, I didn't actually play this when the Saturn originally came out, so... Oh, got taken. This is one of those Saturn games I got a few years after its release, so... So I don't quite have the nostalgia, but it is a very good game. Got that guy. Got to take him out and then right, just go. I'm just gonna go for it. Don't want to keep messing up at this bit. Nostalgia overload. Oh, never mind. Right, I'll give it another shot. Yeah, I have nostalgia for an awful lot of games, but this is just not one of them. But it's still a very good game. I just didn't play it when it originally came out, so I have more nostalgia for Bug, actually. That was a platformer that I played on the Saturn. It does, and I think the changes in the industry haven't always been for the better now. When you look at the 90s, there were some things that they weren't doing that they are doing now that are deeply deplorable, and certain things within the industry that I find morally bankrupt with some companies. And it's disappointing. I mean, you look at Blizzard now, and they've just shot themselves into the foot recently. Not going to go into details on what's going on in Blizzard, but yeah, it's not how you expect the industry to be run. And I suppose when all's said and done at Blizzard, I think there'll probably be a lot of staff changes. But yeah, I mean, even Blizzard's more recent games, Overwatch is dreadful. Overwatch is absolutely rubbish as a game. It's a really poor man's Unreal tournament. And that's what it is, a poor man's Unreal and Quake 3. Poor man's Unreal tournament and Quake 3. Oh, it's saying I've lost a like. Has someone taken off a like because they didn't like the fact I died? Either that or there's the double like bug still occurring, which is a weird one. Also, it's still weirdly I seem to have a weird thing where we only seem to get about 70 people on stream for a lot of the stuff, and I'm not quite sure why. It seems odd that this game's been much more popular than some of the others, yet still we seem to be sticking at that 70 number. I'm wondering if there's some sort of stream checking thing. Like they used to have on YouTube where they'll check. I'm glad to see you're all enjoying this one. You can tell that because the watch time's up to 8 minutes 19, which is incredibly high for watch time. Okay, back to where I was. Hopefully I won't be dying this time. Back quite a bit quicker as well. Oh. That invulnerability isn't long enough. Ow. I thought I could jump that in one go. That's me rushing. Gotta be careful I don't do more of that. I've got to spend my time with this next section. I don't want to be repeating again for what, the 4th time? Hi Romulo, thanks for joining. It's great to have you on stream. Very much And thanks for staying for as long as you have. I appreciate it. It's getting late now. I imagine like you guys in Brazil would probably be working. I know, I'm going to finish myself. Oh! Ah, jumped early. Ah, sorry about that, guys. Pandemonium 1. Yeah, I will probably do... I might actually do a couple of games. I've been meaning to do Saturn playthroughs. I'll give it one last shot as I want to beat this now. This is aggravating this stage. I'm tempted to do a full playthrough of this on the Saturn, actually. Quite a few other games. If you want a full playthrough, shout out in the comments as well. Like Spider Forest. What, 4th or 5th time lucky now? There are a couple people on stream I kind of thought we might have tonight, but obviously didn't. Yeah, we've shown the... Yeah, I think I might play through quite a few Saturn games in the coming months, as I have planned a couple of Saturn video projects that I'm hopeful will do well for the channel to help make us grow. So, because at the minute we need to get a bit more growth on the channel at present. So. I will be honest, YouTube isn't always the most helpful thing when it comes to supporting creators at times. The average time is steadily increasing, so I'm guessing we haven't had any... yeah, we seem to get a weird thing where we seem to stick about 70. I don't know on streams. I don't know what's going on with that. Because logically, we shouldn't have it stick every stream at the same sort of number. We should get lower and higher ones. Oh, that's right, I got taken over a spider before, didn't I? Oh, come on! If I'm being honest, I don't always actually believe the YouTube stats they throw up. I think a lot of them are a bit random to make you feel good. Right, here goes. Let's get this one right this time. Oh, so we were right close to the end before. And weirdly, there's a heart right at the end of the stage, which is a bit odd. I suppose that's because you keep your damage, don't you? Don't think this is a boss battle. Canopy Village. This is the next one with the... just quickly start this level. There is a heart piece on this one. Superb. Oh, just out. No, YouTube has never been transparent, sadly. I think they need to be a bit more open about a lot of things. Just saying, I've had 76 playbacks for quite some time now. It just hasn't moved, which just seems odd. It's almost like it recommends your video for a set amount of time and then just finishes with it. There are quite a few annoyances I have with YouTube at present. When it's nice and all, we can upload our videos and it's nice that we can earn revenue from them, but they still need to be a bit more open and transparent about a few pointers. Right, run. this is the way to the next heart. Just watching video. Yeah, the PS1 does have very different lighting. I think this is the PC version. It's the handy thing, I can literally watch a video while I'm just double checking stuff while I just see where it is, because they're not that easy to find, the heartbeats in this one. Wait for them to float down and by. You're pushing my watch time up to 8 minutes 45, 8-bit SNK, boy. It's one of the highest watch streams, although I haven't. Oh. Okay, that's the heart miss, sadly. And we've got a tortoise here. That's quite nice. So this one has a heart piece, but you have to do that jumping section to get it. I've seen videos recommended from like 3 and 4 years old, which is just downright weird. I mean, yeah, if it's a popular video, but there are lots of weirdness. Like, YouTube does not recommend stuff for smaller channels when it should do, because it should recommend good creator content regardless of the... But the problem is at the minute, if you've got more subscribers, you will get more recommendations because you'll get more likes, subs. So it's a vicious circle. Basically, the more subs and stuff you have, the more likely your stuff's going to get recommended, which is a bad thing because it doesn't necessarily tell you your quality. Because your fans will click your likes on your video regardless of whether it's good or bad. But that's also why you get quite a lot of videos that are recommended that are just literally clickbait. That looks like it's going to drop that centre section. I mean, this should also probably just vet stuff based on a sort of popularity, based on the professionalism, because you get a lot of really good videos that don't have the views because they just don't have the subs. And quite a few channels think, yeah, they probably deserve more subs or more views, so YouTube just say, well, this is a high quality video. Oh, we've got some 3D surfing now. Just a heads up, 8-bit SNK boy, but this is it for the stream. Once I do this level, die or succeed, I will end the stream. definitely is a superb game on Sega Saturn if you want to play. I mean, it's not the biggest game, as you can see here. I did miss that part piece as well, which is a bit annoying. Yeah. But you have to jump across the leaves and then you get the bonus machine. Yeah, I should have. If I had jumped across the leaves, you get to a bonus game. If you land on the block in the centre, it gives you one. This one certainly does feel like you're jumping above an ancient city, that's for sure, with the background. There we go, but the stages in this one have so many roads. Okay, that's it everyone. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to 8-Bit SNK boys with me on stream. Ramulu D, who's already left, but thank you very much Ramulu for staying on stream for as long as you did. We also had Breadmaster who came in for a little bit, thanks again. And we also had right back at the start, Freedom Magnum, OMG. Soldiers Barrack stage. So that's it from me, Random Game Riven. I'm going to finish it. Someone gave us a downvote. Oh, probably someone who saw we died. Yeah, you do get that. I wondered that with the 8-person probably like downvoting because it wasn't a perfect playthrough. One of the misconceptions I hate with a lot of the long plays now is you do get people who think that everyone should be able to beat the game perfectly, but as I know the long plays use save states, they don't do playthroughs. But yeah, there are some mean and miserable people anyway. But yeah, do hit that like button if you haven't already. Thank you very much everyone, thank you for joining the stream. I have been your host for the stream, Random Gamer Riven, and I'll see you all very soon. Right, I'll be back tomorrow with another randomised gaming stream. That's it from me. Have a good night, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Or good morning in the world, wherever you are. And I'll see you all in tomorrow's stream, which will be another Sega Saturn game. Night for now, everyone.